Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel again. So today's video is all about 7 habits that will help you to stay thin for life. Do you know what is the most difficult part of weight loss? It is to maintain the weight. Many a times we lose weight and we reach the desired goal, but it becomes very difficult for us to sustain the weight loss. Why is it that certain people are better able to maintain their weight loss as compared to others? So in today's video, we are going to understand about those 7 habits that will help you not only to lose weight but also to maintain the weight for life. Now before I start explaining about the 7 habits, let us first understand the importance of building a habit. Building habits is the secret to weight loss and its sustenance. Now what is a habit? Habit is something that you do repeatedly for a period of time so that it becomes ingrained into your system. Simple habits like waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, having a bath, going to work. These are all habits which you have built up over the years. So what happens is you do not apply much of your intelligence or your brain to do these habits. These are automatic. They keep happening naturally. They come very naturally to you. So a habit is something that you do repeatedly and which becomes automatic over a period of time. So a habit could be good or bad habit also. So if you have not put in sincere efforts or serious efforts to building good habits, unknowingly you will build into bad habits. For example, if you do not build a habit of eating healthy, exercising, you will automatically build habit which is just the opposite. That is, you will have junk food, you will not have more of processed food, there will be no exercise, you will be sedentary, etc. So why is it that building habits is so important? Let us in brief first understand this. If we understand why habits help us, it will motivate us to make an effort towards building more better habits. So building a habit naturally builds a routine for you. Like for example, eating healthy or exercising. If you build a habit of eating good food, exercising daily, so whenever you start building habits, they become a part of your daily routine. So a habit repeated day in and day out becomes automatic. So if you put in a habit of eating right, exercising, these habits build over time and you do not have to put in much of effort to think about these things. This become a natural part of your system. Secondly, habits promote long-term change. So if you want to see some long-term results, you have to make those behaviors into habits, and this is possible only when you repeat those actions day in and day out. That is the reason fad diets or some extreme diets, workouts do not work, because they are limited to a short period of time. You cannot go on a fad diet forever. So although you achieve weight loss, the problem here, what happens is that you are not able to maintain that weight loss. So because there is no habit in place, you are not able to sustain the weight that you have lost. Habits also improve decision making, So what happens is now, since you are freeing your mind, of making small decisions every day. So if you have a fixed time for exercise, you know that you have to eat healthy foods, you start including healthy meals in your daily routine, the decision fatigue is no longer there. So now you're making decisions without much of conscious effort. This prevents decision fatigue. Also, forming habits, builds discipline over time. See, having willpower will not help you. Willpower alone will not help you. It is only when you build discipline in those specific areas, then only you will be able to see some progress. Habits also help you to build consistency. Now, if you want to lose weight or you want to make improvements in your fitness and all, it is not possible without consistency. In fact, consistency is the key to anything and everything. Unless you're consistent with anything, you are not going to see the results of the same. This is the reason why habits are very important. In fact, it is only habits that will help you to stick to something when you are not motivated. Motivation is very short-lived. When you start a weight loss program, you are highly motivated in the beginning. But as the days pass, this motivation fades away. And it is only habits that will help you to stick to the program. Let us now understand what are those 7 habits that will help you to stay slim for life. Number 1 is practice mindful eating. Mindful eating means basically paying attention and being fully present when you're eating your meals. Now most of the times what we do is we are either watching our TV or browsing through social media or indulging in talk with family and friends. So whenever you keep this in mind, whenever you're sitting down to eat, focus fully on the meal. Now what happens in this process is that you're paying attention to each and every detail. You're paying attention to the smell of the food, the aroma, the flavors. So this will not only give you satisfaction, but it will also prevent overeating. It takes 20 minutes for the stomach to send a signal to your brain that you're full. So if you are not chewing your food properly, you're not eating slowly, this will lead to overeating and ultimately leads to weight gain. So avoid TV, avoid your mobile phone, avoid even talking to anybody while you're eating. Pay full attention to your body's cues. Your body will subtly give you a signal that it is full. So if you're not attentive at that time, what will happen is you will cross the threshold and you will end up eating more, and then there is no stopping. Number 2 is stay hydrated. This is a very important point. Many a times we just forget to drink water throughout the day, and suddenly in the evening we realize that we are bloated and we are feeling very thirsty. So ensure that you drink sufficient water, because most of the times it is thirst, that body sends a signal out to you, but you misjudge it for being hunger. So if you are, having enough sufficient water throughout the day, the water intake should be spread throughout the day. Water is also very important. It supports your metabolism. Many body functions need water, so it keeps you hydrated, fresh, and feeling also lighter. So if you are not having enough water, you will see that, you are feeling all the time lethargic, you're feeling sleepy. Drink a lot of water according to the season, your body type, weather conditions. In fact, I would suggest you start tracking your water intake. That will help you to know how much of water you are actually drinking. Number 3 is prioritize protein in your diet. Now, Indians mostly we tend to have a lot of carbohydrates or carbs in the diet. So protein is a macronutrient, which gives you the satiety needed. So if you have protein in some form or the other in every meal, this will prevent overeating. And also protein has many functions inside the body. Protein is required by the body to build muscle. It also repairs your muscle, the wear and tear that your body goes through after a workout. It also keeps you feeling fuller for longer. Protein also regulates your hunger hormones. So it can prevent unnecessary snacking also. So ensure that every meal of yours has some amount of protein, and it is spread again just like water throughout the day. Number 4 is movement. Regular physical activity is the key to good health and maintaining a healthy weight. See, it is not just about doing intense, very vigorous workouts, that will give you the results. Daily consistent exercise also will give you results which you may not see immediately, but over a long period of time. Other than exercise, ensure you have a lot of activity. So when you do your workout, the rest of the day you shouldn't be just sitting around at one place. Even if you're working at the desk, ensure that you get up in between, move about, do some kind of, stretching. It's very important that you have a mix of workouts. So you should have cardio, you should have strength training, resistance training, exercises that can improve your flexibility, balance, etc. Number 5 is sleep. Get enough of sleep. Now, poor sleep or inadequate sleep is linked to weight gain. What basically happens is that, sleep, when you do not sleep well, body, increases cortisol levels, then it also messes with your hormones, the ghrelin and leptin. So just do not only focus on the quantity, but also focus on the quality of your sleep. So when your body is well rested, you will make better choices, your appetite comes down. Now, when you don't sleep well, the first thing that goes up is your appetite. You must have observed that, a few nights of, when you do not sleep well, suddenly your hunger levels go up, your cravings go up. So that is the reason. If you slept well, those hormones regulate your hunger and fullness cues. So it is very important that you have a consistent bedtime routine. Ensure that you go at the same time to sleep every day and wake up at the same time. So a small tip here to help you to sleep better is to reduce your screen time, especially in the evenings. So just before you're going to sleep, 1 hour before sleep, avoid browsing on your phone or watching TV. The 6th habit is to avoid processed foods. Now, as far as possible, try to eat, homemade meals. The advantage of homemade meals is that, you will cook with, all healthy ingredients. When you're eating processed foods, they are loaded with sugar. They have a lot of fats inside them, which are all unhealthy fats. Then they have a lot of empty calories, the nutrition value is not there in it. The problem with these foods is that, you have to eat a lot of quantity to feel satisfied. This is because processed foods are stripped of their fiber. Fiber gives you satiety. So you must have observed, if you have one apple or two oranges, you will feel full. But if you eat a bag of chips or chocolates, this will lead to overeating because you don't feel satisfied. As far as possible, you try to eat at home. Prepare your meals on your own. So eating at home does not mean bringing outside food and eating at home. You have to prepare meals at home. This will ensure that you eat healthy. You also cook in a healthy way. Seventh and the most important habit is to be consistent, not perfect. Weight loss is all about consistency. Now, if you follow everything, you follow a good diet, you follow a good exercise, but you do it only for a month, and suppose that you return back to your old habits, then you will not be able to sustain the weight. You will not be able to, manage your weight for long. So here it is not about perfection. It is about the 80-20 rule, 80% of the time ensure that you are eating healthy, you are following everything right, and 20% allow room for, some kind of indulgence. So even if on some days you tend to miss out on your workout or you tend to eat, unhealthy stuff, or you tend to indulge into something, it's absolutely okay. So it is more important that you get back on track, start again. See, one day will not mess up anything. But if you continue with the same thing for another few days, then you will mess up all your hard work. So it is very important to be flexible because all days are not the same. So we have to see that, how much of it we can remain on track. By now you must have realized, it is more about building habits, building better habits that will help us to stick to the schedule. It will help us to stick to our diet, to our exercise, to our sleep schedules, managing stress. These are the most important things. So as you go along your weight loss journey, focus on making lifestyle changes. Finally, remember that each individual is different. Don't compare yourself to anybody because your body composition, your lifestyle will be entirely different from somebody else's. So see how you can improve yourself. How can you be a better version of yourself? Try to build on these 7 habits. I hope you liked today's video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. So hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. So every time I post a new video, you will get a notification and you won't miss out. So until the next video, take good care of yourself. Remember, weight loss is about building habits. Bye-bye.